listening to Stanton
Good evening,
101.
Stanton. Or good morning, depending on where your orbits have taken you. You found your way to Stanton 101, and I am Theodor Reech. I'm not in the cockpit tonight, folks. I'm broadcasting to you from a folding chair on the hangar floor, sitting right under the shadow of the wandering signal. See, the UEE Senate finally loosened the leash on consumer manufacturing a few weeks back, and suddenly, every hauler with a few thousand credits to spare is buying themselves an Item Fabricator. We're all supposed to be independent gunsmiths now. I bought one, had the freight elevator haul it up here, and let me tell you, there is a steep learning curve between hauling scrap and making something that doesn't explode in your hands. Grab yourself a drink, settle in. We're going to talk about the messy side of independence tonight. But first, let's get some music going to warm up the forge. We're kicking things off with the Rustwood Boys and their track, Step It Down, followed immediately by the Dust Devils. Keep your frequencies locked.
This is The Signal's Reach at Stanton 101.
Knuckles are cracked wide open, red clay stuck under the nails. Ain't no use scrubbing it out, the dirt owns me now. It's a heavy, kinda quiet, leaning hard on the iron spade, watching the hawks circle low, waiting for the sky to break. Circle low. Drop the seed, step it down, this ground don't give for free. Burying the winter in the dust, one row at a time. Dad had this same hitch in his hip, dragging his left leg through the weeds. The old tractor's been dead since June. He never said much about the pain, just kept his eyes on the fence. Guess I'm reading from his book, writing my name in the mud with a blistered palm. Drop the seed, step it down, this ground don't give for free. Burying the winter in the dust, one row at a time. Machines are for men who are soft, men who've never felt the heat. I'd rather feel the grit in my teeth every knot in my spine. Is a year I didn't break. Drop the seed, step it down, this ground don't give for free. Burying the winter in the dust, one row at a time. Just me and the crows, one row at a time. Plate's grown like an old man, spitting gray smoke in the morning air. the slack. We got a long way to go before dark. Oh, we're riding on the iron horizon. Heavy metal wings cutting through the gray. Just a bunch of fools in a rusted bird, looking for a bit of blue today. Sometimes I think we'll just fall down, back to the mud and the quiet streets. But the engine's got a heavy song to sing, and I'm not ready to go home yet. Oh, we're riding on the iron horizon. Heavy metal wings cutting through the gray. Just a bunch of fools in a rusted bird, looking for a bit of blue today. Keep the pressure up. Higher now. Don't let the fire go out.
So, the Fabricator. The ads make it look like magic, don't they? You just toss in some recycled material, push a button, and out comes a pristine, factory-grade laser repeater. Yeah, not quite. I tried to print a set of heavy chest armor this morning. Used some scrap RMC I traded off a Vulture pilot at an orbital marker. I hit the print sequence, waited my time, and what came out of the hopper looked like a crushed soda can. I'm serious. It had armholes, technically. But when I put it on and pressurized the seal, the damn thing whistled every time I took a breath. Imagine that. You're trying to sneak through a nine-tails blockade, and you sound like a boiling tea kettle. The folks over at Cassava Outlet are probably laughing their tailored suits off right now. If you put garbage in, you get garbage out. It's an honest machine, I'll give it that. Let's play a couple more tracks. For everyone out there whose gear is currently held together by hope and duct tape, here's a little upbeat bluegrass from the Banjo Mechanics, followed by a slower tune from Old Man Vance.
This is Stanton 101. You're listening to The Signal's Reach.
The coolant line let go on the Star Runner, mist rising up like a sulfur cloud. I pulled a roll of silver from the floor, wrapped it tight till the banjo pressure held. Later on my banjo bridge gave way, right before the gig on our court began. I slapped a piece across the maple wood and played the fast song in the system, Sticky and Silver. It is the only thing keeping us whole, from the banjo neck to the cutlass wing. When the hull starts pulling at the seams, just add another layer of the tape, just keep holding on. I saw her standing by a battered ship, thruster dragging in the Hurston dust. I didn't have a toolkit or a bot, just that heavy roll inside my palm. We knelt down in the red desert sand, fixing what the gravity tried to break. She looked at me and didn't say a word, but I saw the future in her eyes, Sticky and Silver. It is the only thing keeping us whole, from the banjo neck to the cutlass wing. When the hull starts pulling at the seams, just add another layer of the tape, just keep holding on. An old pilot said things stay broken for a reason, mostly just to see who stops to help. You can fix a leak or a thruster pipe, but you can't tape a heart that's gone cold. Luckily hers was beating fast as mine. Swing. When the hull starts pulling at the seams, just add another layer of the tape, just keep holding on. Our pilot seats have silver on the arms, we are doing just fine, holding tight.
This is The Signal's Reach at Stanton 101.
Do it yourself, they said. It's easy, they said. Try printing that, you... Damn it!
The frost is thick on the landing gear. Tonight my hands are stained with grease and no regrets. I've been tightening bolts on this old Aurora, trying to find where the shaking starts. The air in hangar 4 is stale and thin, and the wind outside the dome is howling. It feels like a winter that won't ever break, even with the heaters running on high. It is just the groan of the ventilation fans turning slow in the dark above my head. They sound like the heavy breath of a man who has forgotten how to speak out loud. While the ice gathers on the new Babbage glass and the silence settles into my bones. I remember the salt air of the lower flats, back when we lived on that caterpillar ship. We were hauling cargo and chasing the sun before the money ran dry in Area 18. Now I am just a ghost in a flight suit, mending wires that don't want to stay joined. Mending wires that don't want to stay joined. I put my palm against the cold hull and wait for a heartbeat that isn't there. It is just the groan of the ventilation fans turning slow in the dark above my head. They sound like the heavy breath of a man who has forgotten how to speak out loud. While the ice gathers on the new Babbage glass and the silence settles into my bones. Stars are just holes in a velvet curtain, leading to rooms I don't want to visit. I used to think the road would save me, but the road is just a way to get lost. Just an old man in a quiet hangar, watching the snow fall on the landing pad. Watching it fall.
We'll be right back to talk about the Keeger Belt and the ghosts of Nyx, right after the station pays the bills. Don't touch that dial.
From the moons of Crusader to the next horizon, we carry the weight. We keep on rising. Covalex shipping, let us do the heavy lifting. Your cargo, our promise.
Whistling armor is such a bad look. Don't just survive to find the skyline. Live wardrobe clean, dress like the professional you are meant to be. Live wardrobes, simply better.
Pirates on my scanner again, got my back against the wall. But I ain't worried at all, 'cause my preacher's standing tall. When trouble comes knocking, bada boom, bada bang, let your preacher do the talking. Preacher comes, faith in every shot. Available at Astro Armada and select retailers across the first.
The views and opinions expressed on Stanton 101 do not necessarily reflect those of our sponsors, partners, or affiliates.
Welcome back to Stanton 101. Now, to make these fabricators do anything useful, you need unencrypted schematics, blueprints, And that simple fact has turned the whole verse upside down. I took the wandering signal out to the Keeger Belt last week. If you haven't been out to the Nyx system lately, it's wild. People are swarming those old, abandoned QV breaker stations. It's the new gold rush. But it's a strange feeling, walking through those dark, pressurized halls. Those stations are old ghost towns. You're prying open rusty lockboxes, looking for a datapad with a weapons schematic. But what you're really doing is digging through the legacy of the engineers who were left behind when the Corps pulled out. It makes you think. We're scavenging the minds of ghosts just to stay free of the company store. Here's some dark, dusty country that fits that cold Nyx air perfectly. This is the Scrapyard Howlers with the choking wind, rolling right into dust on the console.
Up next, fetching the signals.
The wind doesn't move the air here. It just chokes the life out of the dirt. I found your old bat in the ice. It's heavier than I remember. The silence of this station is heavy, so heavy, like a blanket made of iron. This outpost is a dead thing, and I am the ghost keeping watch. The void is wide and hungry, but I am not running tonight. You left your name on the wall, scratched deep into the cold wood. I don't look at it anymore. I look at the black space instead, waiting for the heat to die, waiting for the final visitor. I am not a good man. I am just the man who stayed. My hands are shaking from the frost, not from the fear of the end. This outpost is a dead thing, and I am the ghost keeping watch. The void is wide and hungry, but I am not running tonight. The silence is enough. The silence is enough. The silence is enough. It's finally quiet. The silence is enough. 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 The silence is enough.
You're listening to Stanton 101.
Drag my heels through the iron dust, searching for the ghost of your name. Microtech is a tomb made of scrap. The cooling fan stopped years ago. My hands are black with the grease of it, prying at the racks in the dark, searching for a spark in the dead metal, looking for the day we were whole.
Oh, we are digging in the black dirt, searching for a file that won't open. Corrupted hearts and broken silicon. It is just dust on this, just dust on the console now. Just dust on the console now. The power is gone, but I am still here, waiting for the screen to wake up.
You across. Your knuckles are all from the labor.
We built our house on a fragile chip, then watched the crash take it all. Our corp is a mountain of cold glass where the memories go to rot. I find a piece of a picture we took, but the bits are scattered and lost. Oh, we are digging in the black dirt, searching for a file that won't open. Corrupted hearts and broken silicon. It is just dust on this, just dust on the console now. Just dust on the console now. The power is gone, but I am still here, waiting for the screen to wake up. Bury the drive, bury it deep. Wash the salt from your eyes. Wash it clean. There is no ghost in the machine. No ghost left. Only the wind in the cooling fans. Digging in the black dirt, searching for a file that won't open. Corrupted hearts and broken silicon. It is just dust on this, just dust on the console now. Just dust on the console now. The power is gone, but I am still here, waiting for the screen to wake up.
The server banks are cold.
So Kata is a grave, a grave.
Leaving the light behind.
It's time to listen to the void. Time for fetching the signals. Let's open up the tight beam channels and see what the rest of the verse is screaming into the dark. We're talking about these new personal fabricators today. The good, the bad, and the ugly. First up, we've got Caleb broadcasting from the Spirit of Progress over near Microtech.
Theo, man, I love this. I spent half my life paying UEE taxes on every single med pen and battery. Yesterday, I printed my own multi-tool attachments while orbiting Calliope. They work like a charm and cost me nothing but some scrap I found in a derelict. This is true freedom, brother.
Freedom, huh? Well, Caleb, I'm glad your tools haven't melted your hands off yet. It's a fine line between independence and a hospital bed, but I'll give you this. The feeling of not handing your credits to a corporate suit, that's a high no drug on grim hex can match. Just watch those heat sinks, kid. On the other side of the fence, we have Silas calling in from a very noisy hangar on Hurston. Sounds like you're having a rough day, Silas.
Rough day. Theo, I nearly lost an eye. I tried to fabricate a simple reflex sight for my P4. The thing shattered the moment I tightened the rail. These machines are selling us a lie. We're not engineers, we're just idiots playing with high-pressure printers. Give me factory-made Aegis steel any day. This DIY junk is going to get people killed.
Easy there, Silas. I hear you. There's a reason companies like Aegis have been around for centuries. They actually know what they're doing. If you're looking for a lesson, folks, Silas just gave it to you. If your life depends on it, maybe don't trust a machine you just dragged into your hangar yesterday. And finally, let's check in with Vera, currently docked at Port Tressler. Vera, what's your take on the manufacturing revolution?
Honestly, Theo, I don't care. I'm a hauler. I move the scrap, I move the finished goods. Whether the guy buying my cargo is a corporate CEO or a guy in a dirty jumpsuit with a 3D printer, his credits look the same to me. As long as the demand stays up, I'll keep flying. Just don't ask me to fix my own ship with a printed wrench. I pay professionals for that.
The voice of reason, or at least the voice of a realist. Vera knows the golden rule of the verse. Cargo is cargo. You keep those engines hot, Vera. Some of us still prefer a professional touch. Let's slow things down. A couple of tracks for the folks taking risks in the dark. Here is Ellie Thorne with Ghost in the Machine, and then The Outland Rangers.
Amber glass burns my face. I am a stain on the glass. Nerves like rotted vines, coiling in the dark. Throb of the floorboards, drowning in the dust. My name is a rust spot left in the terminal. Bury me in the lead, bury me in the stone. The ghost is a heavy weight, tied to a broken bone, tied down deep. Output sits in red dirt. Roof tiles tear like skin. Cold air hits the frame, watching the void bleed. I am the hand on the latch that never moves a wedge. Wait for the rain to fall and wash the data away. Bury me in the lead, bury me in the stone. The ghost is a heavy weight, tied to a broken bone, tied down deep. The sun is a cold nail, driven through the iron wall. I am the pulse in the wire, a fly trapped in the amber. My skin is shedding like ash, my mind is a rusted cage. Bury me in the lead, bury me in the stone. The ghost is a heavy weight, tied to a broken bone, tied down. Drag the weight, drag it down. Stay in the glass, stay in the glass. Drown in the amber, drown in the amber, drown in the amber.
This is The Signal's Reach at Stanton 101.
Woke up before the sun hit the red dirt. Pushed my arms through these oil-stained sleeves. Hurston's clock is ticking on the lobby wall, but I don't move for no corporate suit. Not for them. Just for the weight of this heavy wrench. I got the pride of a man who owns his breath. Don't need a badge or a plastic ID card. Just the grease under my fingernails and the wide open sky of the frontier. So wide and free. The company owns the ship, but they don't own the heart inside it. Crusader builds them shiny and real pretty, like something you should never touch. But I'm the one down in the belly of the beast, fixing the valve so the kids get home. My boots are heavy and the pay is thin, but I can look the horizon in the eye. Right in the eye. I got the pride of a man who owns his breath. Don't need a badge or a plastic ID card. Just the grease under my fingernails and the wide open sky of the frontier. So wide and free. The company owns the ship, but they don't own the heart inside it. Let them talk about their margins and their gold. I'm talking about the smell of hydrogen and the way the air feels when the hatch opens. Deep breath now. I got the pride of a man who owns his breath. Don't need a badge or a plastic ID card. Just the grease under my fingernails and the wide open sky of the frontier. So wide and free. The company owns the ship, but they don't own the heart inside it. Just a working man, working hard, out on the edge, out on the edge.
Well, folks, the hour is getting late. I'm looking at the workbench right now. I finally managed to print a simple multi-tool attachment. It's rough. It's got scratches on it. It doesn't have a shiny corporate logo stamped on the side. But I found the data. I refined the metal, and I built it right here on my own floor. That's the feeling. That's why we put up with the whistling armor and the jammed hoppers. We're taking our lives back from the megacorps, one blueprint at a time. To all of you out there in the Keeger Belt, dodging the shadows and hunting for data, watch your six, and don't let the ghosts catch you. You've been listening to Stanton 101. I'm Theodor Reech, signing off. I'll see you out in the dark. Here's our final song for the long watch home. This is Sarah Vance and the
The
Outliers.
stars don't look like much tonight. Just dust on a dirty window pane. I've been in this seat too long. My back is tight and my eyes are red. The cargo's locked in the belly deep. Heavy stone from a moonside mine. I'm just a woman with a hauling bill, trying to stay ahead of the bank. Stay ahead of the bank. I'm signing off the long watch home, pulling the lever and letting go. I see the rings of seraphim waiting. I'm finally coming in. I'm finally coming in. Finally coming in. The jump drive cut out soft and clean. Now the cockpit is quiet as a grave. I can see the clouds over Orizon, pink and soft like a lady's dress. Like a lady's dress. I ain't looking for no big reward or drink in a crowded room. I just want to unbuckle this belt and close my eyes for a while. For a long, long while. I'm signing off the long watch home, pulling the lever and letting go. I see the rings of seraphim waiting. I'm finally coming in. I'm finally coming in. Finally coming in. The port lights are getting close. Stockings are fixing to bite. Good night to the black.
You're listening to Stanton 101.